choosing the right engineering branch, wow, it can feel like you're deciding your entire future in one go, right? But what if you could pick a path that isn't just in demand today, but is literally building the world of tomorrow? Well, that's what we're talking about today. We're diving deep into computer science and engineering with a special focus on the Internet of Things, or IoT, to figure out if it's the perfect choice for you. Let's just start with a number, a huge one. By 2025, experts predict there will be around 75 billion connected IoT devices all over the world. Just think about that for a second. That's almost 10 devices for every single person on this planet. This isn't just some passing trend. It's a massive technological shift, and it's creating this incredible demand for engineers who know how to build, manage, and secure this brand new connected world. And this quote from Zoho, it just nails it, doesn't it? From the smartwatch on your wrist to the incredibly complex machinery in a high-tech factory, the internet isn't just something on our screens anymore. It's being woven right into the fabric of our physical world. So the real question is, how do you become one of the people who actually builds this connected reality? So in this explainer, we're going to break it all down for you. We'll kick things off with the IoT revolution itself. Then we'll get into what you'll actually learn in a CSE IoT degree. After that, we'll explore the career paths and, of course, the salary potential. And finally, we'll help you tackle that big question. Is this the right path for you? Okay, first step. Welcome to the IoT revolution. And trust me, this is about way more than just smart toasters and refrigerators. This is a fundamental change in how our entire world works. Right at the heart of this revolution is this idea called Industry 4.0. You can think of it as the fourth massive shakeup in how we make things. We're moving way beyond simple automation and creating what people call smart factories. These are places where machines are all talking to each other, constantly figuring out how to do things better, and can even predict when they're going to need maintenance. This is an absolute game changer, moving businesses from just reacting to problems to actually preventing them, saving tons of money and time. And you know what makes it all possible? IoT. It's like the central nervous system for the whole operation. And look, this isn't some far-off science fiction dream. It's happening right now, all around us. IoT is completely transforming pretty much every sector you can think of. We're talking about smart cities that can manage traffic flow and streetlights to save energy, smart grids that make our power supply more reliable, and even something called the Internet of Medical Things that lets doctors monitor patients remotely. From farms to factories, from hospitals to highways, this connected tech is making everything smarter and more efficient. And the amount of money being poured into this is just staggering. Take India's Smart Cities mission, for example. The plan is to invest over $30 billion across 100 cities, and IoT is a central piece of that puzzle. Let me tell you, when governments and giant corporations are investing on that kind of scale, you can be sure that the demand for skilled people is absolutely rock solid. So that covers the why. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the what. What does a computer science and engineering degree that specializes in IoT actually involve? What will you be studying? Now, I know a major concern for a lot of students is whether a specialization like this is too niche. Are you locking yourself into one specific thing? But here's the key. An IoT specialization isn't a totally separate degree. It's built on top of a rock-solid computer science foundation. You're still going to master all the core subjects, data structures, algorithms, operating systems, all the essentials. Then you get to layer on these amazing specialized subjects, like embedded systems and sensor design, that make you an expert in this exploding field. The best way to think about the skills you'll build is to break them down into 3 core pillars. First, there's programming. You'll need to know languages like C and C++ for the devices themselves, and then stuff like Python for analyzing all the data they collect. Second, there's hardware. You're going to get your hands dirty, working with the brains of these devices, like Arduinos and Raspberry Pis. And third, there's networking and the cloud. You have to learn how these devices talk to each other and how to manage thousands of them using huge cloud platforms from companies like Amazon and Microsoft. Okay, so you've put in the work, you've got the skills. Now for maybe the most important part. What kind of career can you actually build with all this? Let's take a look at where these graduates are really getting hired. This data from IIT Bombay's placement report is incredibly revealing. Look at this. The top 2 recruiting sectors are engineering and technology and IT/software. Together, they make up half of all the job offers. What this tells you loud and clear is that graduates with these exact engineering skills are precisely what the biggest and best companies are hunting for. And the job titles you can aim for are just plain cool. You're not just some generic software developer. You could be an IoT developer, or an embedded systems engineer who works on the actual hardware, or a cloud IoT architect designing systems that span the globe. You could even become a cybersecurity specialist, protecting these massive networks from attack. These are jobs right at the cutting edge of what's possible. And that brings us to a really crucial question for anyone thinking about their future: the salary. What is the real, actual earning potential in this field? Let's talk numbers. Let's look at some hard figures. The average salary package for students placed at IIT Bombay last year was almost 22 lakhs per annum. That's a fantastic starting point. And the potential if you want to work abroad is just as strong. For instance, a mid-level IoT developer working in a major tech hub like Singapore can expect to earn around 90,000 US dollars. The big takeaway here is that these skills are valued very, very highly, both here at home and all around the world. And it's not just a snapshot in time. The trend is pointing straight up. If we look at the same data from IIT Bombay again, you can see a steady and pretty significant rise in the average salary over the past 3 years. This shows that the industry demand isn't just high, it's actually growing. And here's the great part: you have the power to push that potential even higher. If you specialize in really hot areas like AI or cybersecurity, you can command a premium salary. Pushing for higher education, like a PhD, opens doors to top-tier research and development roles. And getting industry certifications from companies like AWS or Google is like a big flashing sign to employers that you have proven practical skills they need right now. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. We've talked about the opportunity, the courses, the careers, and the cash. So that brings us to our final section, putting it all together to help you make your decision. So what's the bottom line here? A degree in CSE specializing in IoT isn't some niche risky bet. It's a complete, robust computer science degree that gives you all the traditional fundamental skills. But it's been supercharged. It's got the specific, high-demand skills that companies are desperate for to build the next generation of technology. In a way, it gives you both the safety of a core degree and a major competitive edge. And that really leaves us with just one final thought. We know for a fact that the world is in the process of connecting billions upon billions of devices, creating this incredible web of technology that will completely redefine how we live and work. The only real question left is who's going to build it all? Who's going to secure it? And who's going to innovate and create the next amazing thing on top of it? Maybe that person is you.